Hi friends, Rose here. I'm here to show off my island to everybody, and I hope y'all enjoy it. So to start off, I've been playing Animal Crossing forever. I've been playing ever since the first game came out on GameCube in the US, and I've been playing New Horizons ever since it launched on March 20th, and I gotta say, this game's amazing. I love it. To start off, you might see that I have a thing for the color pink. We have a lot of pink on the island. And actually in the spring, which was my favorite season so far, especially when the pink trees were out for the cherry blossom season and the azalea bushes were in bloom, everything was absolutely gorgeous. So the very first house we have on the left is Coco. She was my last villager of the original 10. She's wonderful. I have a Tanuki statue given to me by a member of my chat. I do stream on Twitch, by the way. You can find me at twitch.tv/roseofbattle, where I stream 3 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Next to Coco's house, we have a little well area and a cicada. Oh, but I'm sorry, they're out in full force. You'll notice that a lot of my villagers later on are near beaches, and Coco is no exception. This is just a small little area I set up for her. It's super relaxing. It's a little minimal, but that seems alright for Coco. Of course, most of the time when people come to visit, the very first thing they're going to is Nook's Cranny, so I kept it pretty close to my entrance area. So we go through our pink flower garden, and then immediately to the right is immediately to the right is the Plaza area. I've decided obviously that pink is the main color on this island, but I feel like purples and whites go along with it really well. So I used to have yellow and purple flowers up here for the complementary colors, but I decided to switch it up to pink and purple just because I was going all in on pink. So we continue to go through the downtown area. The Able Sisters shop is right over here. They have a cute little hyacinth flower garden, along with the park clocks, umbrella stands, because, you know, it may be nice today, but it rains a lot on Rosebud. We have two houses in this section. We have Tammy, who is one of my original villagers. She's the only original of the first two who is still here, and I adore her. And then we also have Kiki, who is my third villager, and you guys, I love her. She's the best. So, heading into the downtown area, true downtown, we have lots of pink and white. This is just a nice little area for my villagers to relax in, get lots of sweets, because we do also have a sweet tooth here on Rosebud. We got cotton candy, got some gum, got some shaved ice, and of course pink popcorn. Immediately to the right of my entrance area is the little cafe, and this area has gone through so many transformations, and I think I've finally settled on one that I like. This used to be all green in honor of Starbucks, but I decided to make it my own, and now it's all pink and white, and it's very cute. And whenever I have friends over, we usually hang out here. Or if I'm AFK because I'm working, but I have my island open, I usually hang out in one of these chairs. And to the left of Nook's Cranny, we have the bakery, because I did say that I have a sweet tooth now, didn't I? And we have multiple cakes on display for people to choose from. This one might be my favorite with the dog. Is so precious. Just south of the downtown area is my Tiki Bar, and this is in honor of my husband, who loves tiki drinks. I mean, I do too. Who doesn't? So this is a cool little lounge area. And then we have a bonfire area, because it just wouldn't be an island without an area to watch the fire. We also, of course, are all about safety, so we've got an area for a lifeguard chair. Not that anybody would dare dare go swimming in these shark-infested waters. Yeah, nobody would do that. That would make no sense. Moving onward, we have another main section for villager houses. We have my actual number one. My actual number one is Rosie. This is where she lives. She has prime real estate right here on the beach. Wonderful. She can go surfing. She has an area on the dock she can swim at. Oh, hello. I told you these waters weren't safe to swim in. For Rosie, I've stuck to a lot of reds because her favorite colors are pink and red, and I do have a lot of pink on my island. So to make this area more of her own, I stuck with the reds. We have an apple tree here that is actually my native fruit, and one of each of the red flowers. Along with, of course, a red picnic blanket so she can have a sandwich on the beach. As we continue along the beach, we have a music area with a very aesthetic acoustic guitar and ukulele. Because, you know, Rosie's gonna be a pop star one day. She's gonna be a pop star, so we have plenty of things for her to practice on. If she wants to, you know, like go into rock. And we also have another would-be pop star by the name of Blue Bear. You can probably guess what her favorite color is, so I did stick a lot of blue flowers along with a little bit of white for a pop. And some blue bushes here for her. Then we have Pudge, who's sort of tucked away in the corner here, but I do have this cute little area for him to have lunches at. And lastly up here is Murphy, who is our newest addition. Don't tell him, we're probably gonna make him leave in the future for Apollo, but Murphy really is a really sweet guy. He's precious. I just really like Apollo more. I feel like Murphy would be the kind of guy who would want some freshly grilled food, so we have this set up right outside his house, and of course more areas to eat at. And over here is just the starting area of a mermaid section that I want to do. Of course, as I'm recording this, the mermaid DIYs have only been out for a little while, so I don't have that many. But I'm going to be putting some of the furniture items out here. Also because a lot of them are pink and blue, and I feel like that's just going to fit my island color scheme really nicely. And, what's that? What's that you say? Yeah, we don't talk about him too much. But if you don't mind Godzilla too much, then this is a nice little relaxing area to have a mid-afternoon nap at on the beach. Cutting back through the downtown area, and just before we start going north, we have the museum. Now I've kept it sort of like minimal at the moment. I've seen a lot of people do really grand displays for their museums, and I actually really love those. And I might change this up in the future at some point. I might actually change up a lot of this in the future, but I did want to show off what I have so far on my 5-star island before I change up everything. Behind Abel's we have a cute little picnic spot with, of course, a pink picnic blanket, because why wouldn't we? This area was really cute when the cherry blossoms were in season. It was precious. And I miss it. Up here we have the fruit orchard and also my flower hybrid garden. So I do have plenty of fruit trees back here. Back when the game started, we did have a lot of people from my chat coming over to pick fruit so that they could grow their own. This does happen still occasionally. So over here is the hybrid garden. And here's my pride and joy. Beautiful blue roses and gold roses. They're so cute and precious. I love them, though if you really had to ask me, I actually like the blue roses look a lot more than the gold roses. Then we have an area of purple tulips that I recently finished. And of course this is for making hybrids. Now over here is a bit of a somber area on my island. For anybody who wasn't aware, my mother passed away a few years ago due to ovarian cancer. So this is a little area I have dedicated to her on my island. And if you look up, you can see the lighthouse in the distance, and that's something I put there because my mom really loved lighthouses, so I thought it would be fitting to have it viewable from down here. Moving onward, we have my other pride and joy, my rainbow garden. This took weeks, actual weeks to make, and I couldn't be happier with it. It is just so pretty. I love it. And of course, we're all about renewable energy. So we go from pink to red to orange to yellow to green to blue to purple, and then finish off with black and white. So this path leads to my husband's tent. He is not an avid Animal Crossing player, so we do have his little tent set up here. I think it's adorable, honestly. It's so cute. You know, one day we'll get him a house, but that's not today. And then we have my house over here. All about the flowers and the roses. I, of course, had to have a rose garden. I mean, my name is Rose. What else would you expect? And this heart pond actually is original to the island design that I picked. And moving back on this way, we have a little zen area. I wanted a little piece of my island to remind me of the 2 trips that I've taken to Japan, and I would love to go back for a 3rd, and I'm sure 4th, 5th time. And up the stairs, just to the side of the Zen garden, is my campsite. For any villagers who would like to come pay us a visit at Rosebud Island, we always love having them. I actually go camping a lot every summer. I really enjoy it, so I wanted to have something that reminded me of that. And one thing I do a lot that I really enjoy camping is having coffee in the morning and reading a book around the fire. So this is an area that reminds me of that. And of course, gotta do puzzles. I'm actually horrendously awful at puzzles, but in Animal Crossing, we can pretend that I'm actually good at it. And of course, because we need an area to relax at, and why not listen to the waterfall here, we have a little swing area. So if any friends come to visit me, we can listen to the waterfall together. South of my house are the last 3 villagers who live here. We do have Sterling, whose aesthetic doesn't fit us, but you know, he's a nice enough guy. We like Sterling. He's really funny. We also have Walker, who's an adorable little puppy. And then back this way we have Tipper, who we saw earlier. She's a sweetheart. I adore her. We of course had to have lots of purple and pink next to her house because it's just perfect. It's for Tipper. Those are her favorite colors. If you cross the bridge from Tipper's house, you get to the fun area of the island. We have a little playground for everybody who lives here. And then, of course, because many of us do play the turnip game, we have my little turnip garden here. We got my scarecrow to make sure no nasty crows come in and try to eat my turnips. Those things cost me a lot of money. I plan on selling them for more money. And then possibly my favorite part of the island is our community pool. Then we head back out to the beach for more relaxing areas. And we do have some avid fishers on the island, so we have a spot set up just for them. They want to catch those Napoleon fish, some coelacanths. As we pass the pirate area, we head up to the star observation area, right at the most northwestern corner of my island, where we have multiple telescopes set up for people to watch the stars and relax and wish on tons of shooting stars together. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I've seen some really amazing islands out there, and it's given me so much inspiration for things that I would like to change on my island. Even though I do really love how it is now, there are definitely things that I can see changing in the future. I'm filled with inspiration, and I hope that this video can help you do the same. I've had a lot of people in my Twitch streams, when they visit my island, feel down because they haven't been able to reach the 5-star designation yet for their island, or they see something on my island and they think, oh, why didn't I think to do that myself? And to that I say, don't get down when you visit other people's islands. Take inspiration from it. That said, I do have some tips if you're still struggling to get that 5-star rating from Isabelle. One, of course, is to make sure that you have everything cleaned up on your island. I do have an area on my island now that she's not fond of, that I've just decided to ignore because I have enough of the lilies of the valley now that I'm happy. But she doesn't like things like this set up on your island. But if you already have your 5-star rating, like, who cares? Just leave it out if it makes you happy. Right, once you've had your island cleaned up, you're going to want to have a mix of pieces of furniture to lay out. You want things that you've redeemed with your Nook Miles, such as the phone booth or the snack and drink machines. You can have things that you've ordered from your catalog, such as plants and whatnot, my personal favorite. You can also have things that you've crafted yourself, such as benches, this mountain standee. There are tons of fantastic things to craft. Do not hesitate to routinely go through your DIYs and see if there's anything new that you'd like to make. There are a ton of really good things here. Another thing Isabelle loves are flowers. She cannot get enough of them. If you are not taking advantage of flowers, make sure to plant some. Isabelle also loves fences. Now, I was kind of against fences at first. I wasn't really sure what they could really add to my island without making it feel closed off. But fences are amazing. They help add depth. They look really cute. And what I've most often seen them used for is for villager yards. And the fence you choose really makes certain areas stand out and pop. And there are tons to choose from. So if you don't like one type of fencing, just keep looking for other DIYs for them. I'm sure you'll find one that fits really well with your aesthetics and what you want on your island. Once you've done those and she still hasn't given you your island rating, if she's saying something like you need to put more furniture out, really walk around your island and figure out what areas you can turn into other things. Put out a lot of furniture. I've made a lot of small areas on my island, as you've seen, and it makes your island feel so much bigger than how it is. It may seem counterintuitive by putting more and more things on your island, which could make it cluttered if you're not careful. It might make it seem smaller, but if you do it with intention, if you do it artfully, it really does make your island look bigger. And last of all, once you do unlock paths, don't be afraid to use them, and don't be afraid to look for custom paths. If you Google around or check out hashtags on Instagram and whatnot, you will find some really creative people who are fantastic Animal Crossing designers. I hope those tips helped, and I hope watching my island tour made you think of some new designs for your own island. And I would love to see what you come up with. Please tag me on Twitter and Instagram if you see anything on my island that you recreated on your own. I would love to see it. As for me, I will probably still be working on my island. I have some terraforming that I would like to do. I've got some redecorating that I would like to do. So in the future, I will absolutely be taking in lots of inspiration from other islands I've seen to redo my island, and I will put out another video in the future one day. If you'd like to check out some more stuff from me, I do stream 3 days a week on Twitch at twitch.tv/roseofbattle. I do stream quite a bit of Animal Crossing as well as other Nintendo games such as Splatoon, Pokemon, as well as some other variety games like Stardew Valley and whatnot. So drop a follow, come see us there, come make some new friends. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great time in Animal Crossing.